Hello dear students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. Today we are going to see what is asked in your 11th bit of your part B. That is 11th bit of your part B is completely dedicated to income from house property. Any questions related to income from house property will either be asked as your 11A or 11B question. Now sometimes you have a problem asked, sometimes we have theory questions asked. Okay, today we are going to discuss one of the theory question here. As you can see, this is a type of question where multiple bits are asked, right? There are three different types of questions asked in the same bit. So this was in 2024 as your 11A question for 12 marks. Now, for us to understand what is the meaning of this question, we'll go bit by bit, where we'll first start with understanding what is standard rent. Then we will go ahead understanding what is gross annual value, and then the meaning of the deductions that are mentioned under section 24. Okay. First, let's start with standard rent. Standard rent is nothing but it is a rent which is fixed by the Rent Control Act. So as per the Rent Control Act, there are some methods where the rent is prescribed as per the Rent Control Act. So the Rent Control Act mentions that this has to be the rent of that particular area for such a type of building, which means this will help the landlords, or this will keep a check on the landlords so that they do not increase the rent as per their wish and will. So this is done for the benefit of the tenants, that they do not face any problem of rise of rent as per the wish of the landlord. So this is done to keep a check on the landlords that they do not increase the rent and suppress the tenants as per their wish and will. So this will help the tenants to safeguard their rights for their tenantship, which will also help them that they do not come under the practice of wrongful increase of rent or arbitrary rent rates, which means the rent rates can be fixed as per the wish and will of the landlord. But because of the Rent Control Act, there is something called as standard rent, which will protect the tenants from all of these problems. That is standard rent. Where do we use this standard rent? Standard rent is used while we are calculating the gross annual value of the assessee for the land that he has given on rent. That means if there is Mr. Sham who has a house and he wants to calculate the income from house that he is having, then for that the first thing that we need is gross annual value. While we are computing gross annual value of the house, standard rent plays an important role, where it is compared with the expected rental value. Then whichever value is least, that is again compared with the actual rent. Then finally whichever is higher becomes the gross annual value. This is how standard rent will be useful for the calculation of gross annual value. This is the first bit. The second bit is about gross annual value. Gross annual value is the taxable value. That is, this is the value based on which the income from house property will be calculated. Now, how do we calculate gross annual value? For the purpose of calculation of gross annual value, we require municipal rental value, we'll require fair rental value, something called as standard rent, which we have just done, and the actual rental value. So in this case, when we are calculating the gross annual value, we require municipal rental value. What is municipal rental value? It is a rent fixed by the municipal authorities. Then fair rental value. Fair rental value is nothing but the rent of a similar building in the same area. Then standard rent. As we have just discussed, standard rent is nothing but the rent which is fixed by the Rent Control Act. Then the actual rental value. Actual rental value is the value or the rent amount which the assessee receives from the tenant. Okay. Now each of these have been discussed in the previous videos. In detail explanation of each of these values you can check in my previous videos. Okay. Now coming back to gross annual value. So for the computation of gross annual value, these are the four important factors which we require. So Here, how do we compute the gross annual value? The municipal rental value and the fair rental value will be compared. Then, whichever is higher will become the expected rental value. Okay, that is compared with the standard rent. Whichever is less will be the expected rental value, and then that will be compared with the actual rental value, which will give us, whichever is higher will give us the gross annual value. So for the purpose of computation of gross annual value, these are the different rental values that we require, which is municipal rental value, fair rental value, standard rent and actual rental value. First, fair rental value and municipal rental value will be compared. Highest of them is called the adjusted expected rental value. When we compare this with the standard rent, the least of these two will be called as the expected rental value. Then that is compared with the actual rental value. Whichever value is higher is called as the gross annual value. So basically, gross annual value is the expected rental value of a building. That means if a person has a house and he will give that house on rent to someone. Let's take an example. Mr. A owns a house. Okay, this person is the owner of the house and he is letting out this house or giving it on rent to Mr. B. In this case, A is the owner of the house and B is the tenant. So for this house which Mr. A owns, what is the annual value? That means what will be the rent that this person A will receive either from B, or what is the expected rent he can receive from Mr. B. That is called as the gross annual value. Okay, then next let's come to deductions under section 24. That is a third bit of your question. So deductions under section 24 are two. One is called as the standard deduction and second is interest on borrowed capital or interest on loan. Okay, now coming this is under section 24. So section 24 subsection A is about standard deduction. What is a standard deduction? Standard deduction is a mandate deduction of 30% of net annual value. So how much is the standard deduction that is allowed? Standard deduction will always be 30% of the net annual value of the house that has been calculated. How is this net annual value calculated? Net annual value is equal to gross annual value minus municipal taxes. Okay. So once we get the net annual value, on this 30% is allowed as deduction. What is a deduction called? It is called a standard deduction. It is under which section? Section 24 subsection A. That is a standard deduction. Coming to interest on loan, that is section 24 subsection B. It is also called as interest on borrowed capital. Okay. So what is about interest on loan? When a assessee, here let's say Mr. A, he is purchasing this house. Okay, so for the purchase of this house, Mr. A is taking a loan from bank. Okay, for the loan that he is taking, he is paying some interest, right? That interest amount is allowed as deduction under section 24. Okay, this is a case of let out house. That means A is giving this house on rent to Mr. B. Then whatever be the reason he is taking the loan, whether it is for purchase of this house or for the reconstruction of this house, repair, any of these purposes, then how much ever interest he is paying towards the loan, that amount will be allowed as deduction under section 24B. But in this case, let's say if this is the house of Mr. A and he does not want to give it on rent to anyone, he himself is staying in that house. That house is called as self-occupied house. For self-occupied house, interest on loan is different. For that, we need to see when is the loan taken. Is it taken before 1st April 1999 or after? If it is taken before 1st April 1999, then the maximum deduction that is allowed under section 24 subsection B is rupees 30,000. Okay. If the loan is taken after 1st April 1999, we should see what is the purpose of this loan. Is the loan being taken for purchase, or is it taken for only renovation or repair? If it is taken for purchase, then the maximum amount of deduction that is allowed as per this section is rupees 2 lakh. Okay. And if it is taken for the purpose of repair, renovation or reconstruction, in that case only rupees 30,000 is allowed as deduction. Okay. So when we are talking about interest on loan, it is different when it is a let out property. That means when it is a let out property, full amount is allowed as deduction, irrespective of date, purpose, anything. But if it is a self-occupied house, then we have to see, is the loan taken before 1st April 99 or after 1st April 1999? If it is taken before 1st April 1999, then the maximum amount of deduction that is allowed is rupees 30,000. If it is after, then the purpose of loan has to be clear to us, which is, if it is purchase or construction, then it is rupees 2 lakh as a maximum deduction. If it is repair or renovation, then it is only rupees 30,000 which can be allowed as deduction. These are the deductions that are allowed under section 24. 1. Standard deduction. 2. Interest on loan. So this is how you can explain your answer. Let's see how do we structure this answer, or how do we write this answer when asked in exam. So here, this was asked in 2024, as you can see here. First part is standard rent, where you will mention about the meaning of standard rent. It is determined by the Rent Control Act. Then you can mention why it is why has been standard deduction used. It is for the protection of the tenants from arbitrary rents, and all of these features you can explain in this bit. Then coming to gross annual value, the second bit of the question. Here, you can write about the meaning of gross annual value along with the features, how it is computed, how do we compute gross annual value, we compare FRV, MRV, then the standard rent, all of this you can mention in the features part. Then the next part of your question, that is the third bit, is about deductions under section 24. So you can mention that as per the Income Tax Act 1961, there are two deductions which are allowed under section 24. So Income Tax Act 1961 allows deduction under section 24, which are two. One is called the standard deduction and next is called as the interest on home loan, or it is interest on borrowed capital. Okay. Here you will mention about standard deduction, where you will talk about 30% of the net annual value standard deduction, and the next part is about interest on loan. Okay. I hope you have understood the concept of what these three bits that have been mentioned here in the question. Hope you enjoyed learning. Thank you. All the best from SIA Publications.